Hello everyone, welcome to a podcast, I guess? Is that what we're doing?
Yes,
it's kind of a podcast. It was, we just kind of decided, after I did my 2017 games retrospective thing, that, hey, maybe we could do a podcast.
Yeah.
Be a bit different, you know? I've done podcasts before, but, I guess we should do introductions. Hi, I'm Tanner, otherwise known as Goodbye 18,000. You're probably watching this on my channel. I'm gonna see if I can get this on iTunes.
Oh,
we should see what we should, because I could probably get it on iTunes. I could probably get it on SoundCloud. We'll have to see for other stuff.
Yeah.
But all right, now you need to introduce yourself.
My name is Adrian, also known as Age 1000, not as known as Goodbye 1800, but
No.
I am still.
You're in a few of my videos, but otherwise you're probably the one that most people have watched is the Nintendo Power DVD one. People love that one.
Oh,
Remember the E3 2005 or whatever? Like everyone.
Oh yeah,
Like
I do remember
the
that.
DVD. Yeah, so people watch that one quite a bit. And yeah, no. So we just decided, New Year. Why don't we just try doing a podcast?
You know what? Yeah.
It's another way to just sort of talk about stuff, which we like to do a lot. Mostly on Twitter, but
I like listening to what you have to say about games.
yeah,
We don't usually talk about them as much as we should.
yeah.
But when you do talk about them on your videos, I'm like, I can do that too.
Yeah. So that's about where we're at. So
I do have opinions about games. Not strong opinions about games, but more.
I have strong opinions about games.
I do have opinions still.
My opinions are a little too strong at times. So we actually had no idea what we were going to call the podcast till we asked our Discord, and everyone was like, we don't know. And so then one of them, Nino, was like, I don't know, Canada video games, SherbertLand from Mario Kart. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, yo, let's do SherbertLand. It's really good. So we're called SherbertLand.
And if we did get the music in, you just listen to the amazing.
I might
track.
look for a remix if there is one, just because then Nintendo won't breathe down
Fair
my throat.
enough, yeah.
So yeah, because I'm gonna look for an OC remix because they're my go-to guys. They're awesome. But if not, hey, whatever. We'll throw in the original. See if Nintendo kills us. Maybe I'll pitch shift it just a bit, just enough that Nintendo will be like, that's and I'm like, hey, that's original. Technically, I edited it. So, but yeah, so we've got a few topics lined up. Just to talk about because it's 2018, it's a new year. So obviously we've had some stuff in the past, and we're looking forward to the future. So let's start off with, I guess, the number one thing. How was Christmas
For me?
Yeah.
Well, in terms of gifts, I received a giant Overwatch blanket, like the original Blizzard store one.
Okay.
And it is the warmest blanket I've ever owned.
Covers you more than your teammates do. Am I
Yes.
right? Ha-ha! Got him. Okay. That's my one Overwatch joke that I've ever. That's it.
Other than that, I got Axie Verge for the Switch.
Oh yeah.
I asked for it, but
Physical or digital?
Physical.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Wait, did that get a wide physical release?
No.
So it's a limited run games one, or
It's not limited runs. I think it's just the general. They put it out there for a bit. And then
no? I mean limited run games being the company.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Still haven't played it yet.
Okay.
Because I've been busy with other games.
I've heard that one's really good. I heard it's like Metroid, but good.
After Silence Returns, I really wanted a
The Metroidvania.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably going to scratch my itch.
Yeah. No, for sure. I still have to play through the OG Super Metroid. I played through Symphony of the Night, which is the other end of because it's Metroidvania. So then that's like the Vania one.
Oh, okay.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night. So that's like when people talk about it, they're usually like, Super Metroid and Symphony of the Night are the two greats.
Yeah.
So I played that one. I still have to play Super Metroid. But I'm getting there.
Fun fact.
Yeah?
I haven't played a Castlevania game in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the only one I could really recommend is probably Symphony of the Night to start with if you're gonna. It's a PS1 game. So you have to
okay.
play it on PS3 digital or something. but it's really good.
All right.
It's a really good game. Actually, you should watch the Castlevania show on Netflix, though.
I do hear it's really good.
It's really good. You don't need any knowledge of it to watch it, and it's like the best thing Konami's made in all of 2017. Yeah.
What about the Super Bomberman DLC?
I mean, Super Bomberman DLC is pretty good too, but this is even better.
Okay.
Anything else for your Christmas?
Nothing too noteworthy. I got a razor. That's
wow. Yeah, that is definitely scraping the bottom of the barrel for noteworthy.
Didn't ask for much, but I got what I wanted. And
no, fair enough.
I'm happy.
Yeah. I got this wonderful Blue Yeti microphone we're using, which is so nice because it doesn't do the... Like my old microphone, it was good. It was a snowball. But the problem is, every once in a while, you'd start to hear like a tick, 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 tick while it was recording.
Oh, okay.
And so, and you'd play it back and people would be like, what's up with your mic? And I'm like, I don't know. It just does stuff. So just have a mic that doesn't do that is nice. It also just sounds a bit better. You got me an Amazon gift card, which is going straight towards Monster Hunter because Papa bless
we'll
Monster
talk about
Hunter.
that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about all these 2018 games coming up. Trying to think what else. Mostly just regular sort of life stuff. Yeah. But because most of it was I got Cards Against Humanity.
Okay.
That was a big one.
Like an expansion? Or
no, the original.
Game? Okay.
I got the original, then I got the 90s expansion, and then the internet expansion. And the reason is my mom's like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, I don't know. So I just gave her my Amazon wish list, and she's like, do you really want Cards Against Humanity? And I'm like, yeah. And so then we played it with my grandparents, and it was a horrible experience. So that was fun. And it was so bad that my mom's like, you're not bringing that to the Ukrainian family Christmas. And I'm like, wow, okay. I also got Catan. Settlers of Catan.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I did hear about that.
Which, sadly, though, my cousin, he lived in Germany for a year for school. And so he actually got me the original German edition of Catan, which is interesting for a couple of reasons. One, like, the actual pieces are much nicer. They have, like, molded plastic pieces for all the houses and roads and stuff, and it looks cool. You don't need to read much in it, so it's fine that it's in German, because there's very little reading.
Okay.
But then I got the Canadian edition, which is the American edition, but the expansion for it, and they're not compatible.
Oh.
They use different ends for the boards. So I'm like, well, that sucks. Then my mom's like, whatever, I'll just get you the Canadian edition later, because she's like, I've been looking to get you and your sister that for a while. So I'm like, so I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna then kind of like combine them. I'm gonna take all the, because the actual board game pieces still work, like the little octagons. So I'll just have an extra big pile of the octagons to make like a just crazy different boards with, because that's the type of game where every time you play, you can make a different board and it'll be a different game.
Okay.
So then as such, I'll just have more pieces and everything, and then I'll have nicer, like, set pieces for it, too. So yeah, board games. Board games are awesome, and there was a while when I'm like, why would you ever play a board game when you have video games? And then I very quickly realized, damn, there's some good board games out there, and they're fun. So,
okay.
That's about it for my Christmas.
What did you do for Christmas?
What did I do for Christmas? Yeah. We had a number of parties at our place, at my grandma's place. Then we just had one yesterday at a Ukrainian hall for Ukrainian Christmas, because Ukrainian Christmas is later than regular Christmas. I don't know why. It was just a lot of just being with family and stuff. So there's actually very little... Like, what it would usually be like is whenever I'd have a party like that, I was always, as a kid, I would bring a game system and then try to play it with family and parents and stuff. And I think I've realized now that I'm an adult that they don't care about it at all. And so I'm like, it's not worth it. I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah. So I didn't bring really anything. I just brought myself. But shout outs to my little cousin who was there with a Switch. Oh. And he's 6 years old and was playing Breath of the Wild, dying over and over and over. And all I could think is, you know what? Shoutouts to that game teaching him that games can be unforgiving. It's good.
For sure.
For sure. That's about it for my Christmas. Like, it was weird because it was a very low key Christmas.
Yeah, same for me.
There wasn't a lot going on, but despite that, it was actually probably one of my favorite Christmases ever, just because it was very, I don't know, safe and nice. Yeah. You know, there was no disappointments because I kind of bought all my own presents because it was just on my Amazon wish list.
Oh, okay.
So there was no incident like the one year I asked for Elite Beat Agents and I got flushed away for the DS. And that is one of the worst things that has ever happened to me and still traumatizes me to this very day. So, as such, I just bought my own video games for Christmas. I asked for gift cards and get that. So
I did get a gift card for Christmas as well, like a $20 one. I picked up Stardew Valley on the Switch.
Oh, nice. That's one that that's in my to buy list on the Switch. So, but there's so many games coming out in such a short period that it's like there's a couple that I have to put away, put back for a bit. So we'll get to the 2018 games in a sec. So I guess that'll transition nicely into. So what have we been playing recently?
Well, for me, I've been working on it for a while, but I've been playing the Master Mode, Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
And I'm in Endgame, and it's getting difficult because there's gold moblins everywhere. Mm-hmm. Just last night, I was in the middle of Hyrule Field, just trying to find Korok seeds to expand my inventory. And you would not imagine the amount of enemies they're throwing at me. There's a gold moblin.
Yeah.
Then, like, seriously, 2 Yiga clan members. And then, just out of nowhere, a gold bokoblin rides up on a horse. And then a guardian rolls up. And I'm like, this game knows I'm, like, powerful now, so it's, like, testing me. I've been, I recently finished the beginning trials for the Trial of the Sword.
Yeah.
And while it was hard, I eventually did it. Yesterday, I also tried middle trials. And I was on the second last floor, and I died. And I'm like, no, none of this.
So wait, when you die, it puts you back at the beginning, right?
Very beginning.
Wow,
not very beginning, like before the beginning trials. When you finish the beginning trials, you
it's like a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you do the middle trials.
And how many floors is the middle trials?
15.
Wow, that would suck.
14.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I haven't bought the Zelda DLC because, again, there's just so much coming out for games. But it's like that's definitely on my eventual to purchase list, and I definitely feel like because the way I play games is I'm very much what's coming out soon to practice for that. You know.
Okay.
So, like for instance, like the next Zelda game that comes out, that's when I'll probably when that's announced and is gonna get confirmed, that's when I'm like, okay, now it's time to go back to the last Zelda and do some extra stuff.
Okay, so like, if you're looking to play it again when the new, like, Breath of the Wild like game,
yes,
and not the rumored.
I don't think it's gonna be a 3DS Zelda game. I feel
it does sound really ambitious.
I feel like it's weird to go to another 3D. Like I'd say if it's the 3DS team working on a Switch game. That would make more sense than making. It's just weird because I feel like the DS at this point should be dead.
Yeah.
In 2018, like there's a few stragglers coming out with localizations and a few of those, and that's fine. But I really feel like it's time to start not making new stuff for the Switch. I mean, for the 3DS, but just starting to transition those into the Switch. So I really don't want that to be true. I mean, if it is, I'll buy it and play it because Link's Awakening is awesome. But I don't believe it right now because it just doesn't make sense with how Nintendo's been progressing. So
fair enough. Speaking of 3DS games, I recently downloaded the demo for Kirby Battle Royale.
Oh yeah,
and I actually love it, and I'm probably going to pick it up when it comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, it has its own story mode. I did not know that.
Yeah, no, it does. I saw that in the trailer.
Thought it was just like a bunch of mini games put together and online stuff.
That's another one where I'm like, it's weird. All the Kirby sort of mini game ones, like not the full titles.
Yeah, but
I'm
the
like
downloadable ones.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm looking at them. I'm like I'm not really super.
Because one of them's like free to play, right? And it's like
and then there's
really bad.
But then there was the Blowout Blast, the 3D one.
I hear that one's like one of the better ones.
Really, I've heard that it's really, really, really short and not worth it.
Maybe I'm thinking of a wrong game then.
Yeah, the one that's like 3D and you roam around in like top down 3D.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, no,
I've bad.
Yeah, no. So it's like I don't know. I'm looking at these and I'm like, you know what? These are all nice for major Kirby fans, but I'll wait till Star Allies comes out because I don't know. Star Allies is like it's my jam. I want a Kirby platformer, you know. So that one's gonna be good.
Other than Breath of the Wild and the demo for Battle Royale, I haven't really been. I don't want to start anything major right now.
Oh yeah,
since I just got done. Didn't really just get done, but got done Persona 5.
That was your big one, so yeah.
Like a resting period.
Fair enough. Yeah, play some smaller games.
But like I'm thinking like either jumping into Nier, into
that's a good one. That's a real good one. I will say I will recommend watching either either an analysis video or a full Let's Play of the first game, just so that when you get to the references to the first game, you at least are able to semi-recognize them. So, just a little bit of something, you know, don't go in completely... I mean, I will say it is stand enough alone that you can play it and have no knowledge of the originals, and it's fine, but when you know that... Because it's one of those sequels that just brushes the original. It doesn't grab onto it. It doesn't link. It brushes up against
like
it.
The small references.
Yeah. Well, they're pretty meaty references, but they're not like if you don't know them, you're not losing anything.
Oh, okay.
But they're like
I don't know if it's completely right to compare it, but like Breath of the Wild, like referencing like locations.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Sort of like that. Locations and characters. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like they're still standalone enough that you don't need to know the originals to understand why they're important and stuff. So
okay.
But no, that game's really good. The game still is one of my favorite endings of all time. And I will shout out to Nier fans.
That's why I really like when you brought up that like the ending Eve made you like
it's really
your
good.
Outlook on life changed.
It's
I'm
really
like, okay,
good.
I gotta play this
it's
right
really
now.
good. So no, you know that's definitely one I would recommend looking into. And
so what are you playing?
Okay, so right now I'm kind of in a major waiting period right now for the bomb that is January 2018's game releases.
Specifically January 26th.
Yeah, well, not
the
even
30th is for Dissidia, right?
Yeah, but then the 16th is for Digimon. Oh. So it's like I have Digimon coming out. So I'm waiting on that. I'm not playing anything to prepare for it because I already played. Well, I did technically because I did on stream. I played the end of the previous game. I did the bonus boss arena where I went through that. That was a lot of fun. It was for 50 items that I'm never going to use because I'm never going to play again. So then there's because Monster Hunter's coming up, I actually picked up Monster Hunter again on my 3DS, Generations, and I realized that I didn't actually beat the story mode for it.
Really?
I know, and it was weird, because I was pretty sure I did. But no, I think I beat, like, the pre-final boss, sort of, like, boss, if you will. So I beat it, and then I got the ending, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize I didn't get to the ending. So I beat it, and I'm like, yeah, it's fun, you know? But I'm so looking forward to the additions coming for World. I'm going to play the World beta again when it comes back. Because for the third beta, they're replacing the final mission with fighting a extra hard version of the cover monster, Nerginante. Oh. So it's going to be
I thought it was originally the one that was in the second quest. Under the Devil one?
No, not Devil Joe. No, it's Nerginante.
Not Devil Joe, but like
not Devil Joe. Devil Joe's coming as DLC. Diablos.
Yeah.
No, it's Nerginante he's the guy on the cover. Oh, well, the Japanese cover, the American cover just uses Rathalos. It's on the reverse cover.
Oh, okay.
But, okay, so basically the way it works is every Monster Hunter has a cover monster, which is like its mascot, and usually in Japan it's on the cover, but from North America they're like, if we don't put a Rathalos on it, people won't know what it is. so they put Rathalos for the North American ones always. But, so then the Japanese cover monster is Nerginante, and he's the harbinger for Zoomegdaros. So he's like he kind of has like horns, and he's like a big black sort of devil-looking dude, so you have to fight him to get the final reward, and it's going to be hard, they said. It's harder than in the main game, they said, because you're technically under-leveled for it. But unlike, say, fighting Diablos, you are given pretty much all the stuff because he's the main quest monster. You're given all the stuff to help you find him, to help you fight him, because he's the main quest that you're going against. So I'll go online and play a bit of that.
What the quest rewards for that?
It's probably just another set of items, because all of them are just like starter sets of items that you can just grab. So it'll be like, here's 20 potions, here's 20 mega potions, here's 20 barrel bombs. So it's just like it's a bonus set that cuts down on time. For Dissidia Final Fantasy, the new one, I've been playing a bit of the last Dissidia game, which again, it's sort of like I'm playing it and I'm like, this is cool. Because I never got to play much of it on the PSP because I never had a PSP. So I put it on my PS TV and played it a bit on the TV, and I'm like, this is really cool, but boy, geez, after playing the beta for it, the new one's much better, you know? So, and it's weird because that's one that a lot of people are a bit divisive about, saying like, yeah, it's good, but it doesn't have the stuff that's in the PSP one, so... or it doesn't have as many characters, or it doesn't have as many... Because the big thing is, in the PSP one, every character has levels, and as you level them up, you get more moves and stuff, and then you can customize what moves do you want on. But that was really unbalanced because a level 99 could destroy a level 1. You know, and for a fighting game, that's kind of terrible. So for this one, for City NT, they really wanted it to be more esports-like. So every character has 3 moves, but you choose one and they're all balanced from the start. All the changes are cosmetic. It's, you know, you can change your weapon, your skin, whatever, and it's just cosmetic changes. It's pretty much going for an Overwatch style of seasons, loot boxes, and everything. Cosmetic loot boxes. Buy your Dissidia Cup Noodles to get free DLC.
You get the Noctis
raiment, the royal raiment. So you know, I've been playing a bit of that to get through. I actually just got to, like, my favorite character ever, because they are bringing back every character from the PSP game as DLC eventually. So I got my favorite character, Gilgamesh. You know Gilgamesh.
Oh, yeah.
So he's great because his whole gimmick is every time you press the attack button, he uses a random sword from the series.
Well, that's cool.
And it changes the model and everything. But so each one has different properties. So you could get, say, Excalibur, which does a critical hit every hit. And it's like, or you could get the chicken knife, which has less range, but the more steps you've taken during the match, the more damage it does.
Okay.
Or you could get Excalibur, which is a fake knockoff of Excalibur, which does 1 damage per hit, which is terrible. So it's like he's kind of a random style, and I like that. So, so you know, I'm hoping to get him. What else? I've been still getting through a couple of my, like, final Let's Play games of 2017. I've been playing Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls, which is the shooter spin-off of the visual novel series. That game, I just got past the motivation part, which means nothing to you. But let's just say I felt incredibly uncomfortable during something that may get me banned from YouTube. Right. That game is rated M for a reason. Then there's, I've been playing Mega Man Battle Network 4 Blue Moon, which is the worst in the series, but it was my first, so I like it.
Oh, okay.
You know, so it's one of those things where it's like, it's the worst one, but I like it a lot, so I've been playing it. I'm almost done it. Definitely having played other ones now, I can 100% see why people say it's the worst in the series. The game has some of the funniest typos I've ever seen in an officially released video game of all time, such as referring to a girl as "that's him." Or there's some that are just like instead of "I'm" it says "am." You know, so it's like just hilarious typos, and like I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
And then what else? Oh, I downloaded the Naruto collection for PS4, which is 4 Naruto games. Ultimate Ninja Storm 1 through 4.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And those games are... The last one has a fighting game roster of about 200 characters.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. So it's like... So I've been playing through those a bit, playing through the story mode, and it's like you can definitely see where... it's made by CyberConnect 2, who make amazing sort of crazy over-the-top hype garbage. And you can see where the money goes in, and you can see where the money goes out. So it's like, where the money goes in, every special attack is like this tremendously over-the-top, like, for example, Naruto's whole thing is he can create clones of himself, right? So that's his whole gimmick. How do you make a super move with that? Well, how about he creates 1,000,000 clones, they all run at you in a big ball, and then he grabs one of them by the feet, and they pull each other like a giant chain, and you whip the opponent down.
Holy.
So it's like crazy garbage like that. But then you get stuff like, oh, by the way, we skipped the entire first 100 chapters of it. We're just not going to touch that. You know, so it's like they skipped a huge portion of the story.
Okay.
And so it's like, you can see where the money is taken out. But then it's like, where the money goes in, it goes in. And that's just the first game. So I'm going to play through that a bit more. And Yakuza 0. Yakuza Kiwami.
Oh, okay.
Kiwami, not 0. That's the remake of the first one.
Yeah.
I've been playing through that a bit. And, that's a bulky game in terms of the stuff that you're given.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot to do in it. But, like, the combat's really fun. The characters are all already fun and hilarious. And it's kind of weird. For a first game in the series, I've never seen a game that is the first game in the series. It's a remake. But, I mean, it's kind of like the exact story and dialogue and everything's the same. For a first game in the series, it really drops you in and expects you to know the characters. There's no real introduction. Really? Like the introduction is kind of like a soft introduction. It's like you'll get one character say, "Hey, you're like the son of this guy," and he's like, "Yeah, whatever," and then it just glosses past it because it feels very in media res. It starts where it starts, and I actually really like that because I hate starting a new game and it's like here's 20 hours of introductions or 20 hours of tutorials. I'm like, I hate that. This one drops you in really quickly, and I'm like, thank you. I much prefer that for a game. So yeah, I've been very on and off with multiple games, but a lot of it is just waiting for the first big bomb game of 2018, which actually for me will probably be Kamen Rider because I still don't have it in yet. Still coming in the mail, probably coming in tomorrow. But it's like, thanks PlayAsia for taking so long with that. I know it's Christmas, but oh well. All right, that's about it for me for games.
All right.
So how about we move on to what have we been watching?
You first.
Okay, so I don't watch much TV. Straight up, I don't. Most of my watching is either streaming stuff or I go to movies. And so, can I just say, let's start things off. Jumanji.
Oh my god.
Have you seen it?
I have.
Oh my god, it's
Sunday,
so good.
Friday.
Wait, you have or you have?
I have.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
It was way better than I expected it to be, and it was so fun. I've heard some people say, yeah, but it's not as good as the original. I'm like, have you seen the original past when you're like 12? The original holds a lot of nostalgia for people. I didn't watch it when I was young. I watched it when I was older. It doesn't hold up.
I haven't watched it yet.
At all? Yeah, no, you're not missing much. This one, it's so fun. It's so fun. Yeah, also, to see... number one, when it started off with Street Fighter 5, I went to my sister like, that's Street Fighter 5, and she's like, I know. But then it was like, then later on when that gets called back, and then The Rock's going, Parry, Parry, Parry. I'm like, this is so good. So no, definitely. All I'm gonna say is, if you haven't seen Jumanji, go watch it. It totally deserves its rating. Yeah. Like on the Rotten Tomatoes, because I remember I looked on Rotten Tomatoes because what happened was my mom was like, I want to go see a movie. And I'm like, I don't know if there's any in theaters that I really want to see right now, but I'll go take a look. And so I'm looking through, and I use this iMovie app or whatever. It's called Flickster, and it shows not only like what movies are out like in theaters near you, but their ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. And I flip by, and I see Jumanji's at like an 85%.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. I'm like,
85, yeah. And then you click on it, and it's like 85% of critics say it's great, and only 60% of watchers say it's good. And I'm like, it's pretty divisive, but I've come to realize that, like, if a movie has a high critics rating, it's going to be good. Mm-hmm. If a movie has a high user rating, but not a high critics rating, it's probably trashy but enjoyable to fans. Yeah. But if the critics thinks it's good, it's going to be good. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. And so I went to watch it, I'm like, no, that deserved its rating. It was way better than it deserved to be. You know, so I really enjoyed that, and I would recommend go see that if you have time. You know, probably going to be in the cheaper theaters soon. So I would say the 3D is not necessary. We were only able to get 3D tickets. 3D is not needed for this one at all. There was one moment where they were on a high ravine, and it actually did use the 3D really well to show the distance, and I felt uncomfortable because I'm terrified of heights. But other than that, it was like, yeah, don't get the 3D version. Wait till it's in cheap theaters at this point. But it's really good. It's a good movie. That one was really good.
I feel like they could have done some more things with the video game aspect.
Yeah,
because like they cut to scenes of apart from the main characters. I'm like, in a video game that like wouldn't be rendered, you know?
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah. No.
They could have done like something cooler in the type like video game like.
Yeah, I could see that. Thing. I do like how it is a sequel to the original Jumanji, and there are references. So you know they actually talk about this in the advertisement, so it's not a big deal. You know the hut that the guy's in like the treehouse sort of hut.
Oh yeah.
That is the treehouse of one of the guys from the original Jumanji when he was trapped in the game, when it was a board game. So, like, that's about it for the references to the original, aside from the very beginning. And I do like how it is a sequel, but, like, different enough and explains it that it's, you know, it's neat. I do find it a little funny, though, that Jumanji as a video game is a Famicom cartridge, and it gets plugged into an Atari, and it gets turned into, like, a 64-bit game, and I'm like when it shows it in like the real world game, and I'm like, wow, you're really crossing over all kinds of boundaries, But it was clearly like an Atari, whatever, 2600, and like the Famicom, and they just cut a hole in it for where the cartridge would go, not even where the Atari cartridge goes. It's hilarious, but no, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Nothing too thought-provoking.
No.
Stupid.
It's a stupid... movie. You know what? I wouldn't even say it's an action movie. It's a good comedy. Yes. I was laughing so much
Jack Black
during it.
was really good.
He was... All of them were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone had got me laughing.
Kevin Hart was hilarious.
Kevin Hart was great, And I love how
he acted more like Kevin Hart than the Fridge.
Oh, for sure. But no, I got it. Like, there's a lot of stuff with like as I was watching it, I'm like, this is just dudes playing D&D, pretty much, because they're like, what abilities do I have? Are you kidding me? It's like it was fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, for what I've been watching, the only TV show I've been watching, and I do have to catch up, is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because
I think I'm 2 episodes behind.
Yeah, I think I'm about 2 episodes behind also.
But the season's really good.
Oh yeah, no, it's really good.
It feels like it's going to be the final season though.
Yeah,
like where they're at, and like
I feel like because this is going to pretty much lead up to Infinity War.
Yeah.
And as such, it's like, there's not much that once Infinity War starts, they're probably like, okay, that's it. Like, there's gonna be big world-changing ramifications going on. So, I mean, spoilers, it's in the future. So already at this point, they're already trying to distance themselves from anything that could affect the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in a potential future, which is good.
Yeah.
I do like there was a callback to, what was it? There's like coordinates or something, and then there was on Earth, and they're like, "Oh, we have to head to point. I think it's 636." And then I'm like, 636. I recognize that. And my mom's like, "You're such a dweeb," because my mom likes watching it, but she doesn't know like the Marvel references. She just watched it for the show itself.
Oh, okay.
And so she's like, so every time there's a reference to something, I'm like, I get that. And then she's like, I don't. But no, so I've been watching that. Other than that, there's a couple... Oh, this part's gonna kill you. I've been watching some anime recently. But no, like, this season is starting to do some... There's some really good stuff out this season. Like, there is... Number one, Dragon Ball is getting stupid in a good way. Like, it's... So, just for reference, they've been doing a tournament arc for the past season, right? Yeah. And the way it worked is, there's 10 universes... Or no, 6 universes. Each universe... there's 10. Yeah, there's 10, because, 8. Sorry, because there's 12 and 4 sitting out. So there's 8 universes. Each universe brings in 10 of its strongest people from the entire universe, right? Like, when I mean universe, I mean universe. So then what it is a 48-minute long tournament battle royale between all 80-something of these people fighting at once. At once. It's not one-on-one. It's everyone versus everyone. When you run out of people, your universe gets erased. Like, the entire universe. And you see literally a whole system of stars just go black. And you're like, what? But, like, they said, this tournament is 48 minutes long. And they keep telling you that. It's 48 minutes long. It's been about 50 episodes already. Because the way it works is they say the characters are moving so fast, one episode takes place in about a minute.
Oh my god.
So like, the fights are so crazy and fast, and they're like, at the end of its episode, it's like, at the end of the first episode where lots of stuff went down, the narrator is like, 47 minutes remain, and I'm like, oh god, is it going to go about 1 minute per episode? It has, pretty much. So I've been watching that. Other than that, there's been, okay, I'm sure you've seen Pop Team Epic.
No.
I'm going to show you on my phone, and I'm going to show you what Pop Team Epic is, and you're going to say, yes, I've seen those.
Right.
Okay? I mean, they're like almost number one reaction image on Twitter stuff. We'll just see here.
And it's an anime? Oh,
you've seen these guys, right?
I have.
Okay, so they got... normally they're just a comic.
Yeah.
They got their first episode of their anime.
Isn't it really like crude and all that?
It's not. It's an acid trip is what it is. So literally, like, it starts off as a series of just, like, literal adaptations of their comics put into it. And then it says, this is how the characters met. And it does this very fast-paced thing of, like, here's them running into each other in the morning, and then it parodies a famous anime. But then it's like, then it cuts again, and it shows one of the characters waking up, and it's the opening cutscene of Skyrim, but with the characters. And, like, word for word, like, having them speak it. And then it cuts, and it shows her in the lab Wolverine's in like, in the X-Men movies. And then the other girl pops in. It shows the logo, Pop Team Epic, in the Guardians of the Galaxy font, and starts playing Come and Get Your Love. And then it ends with these 4 supervillains who are like, they're like, this anime's gonna fail. How can you turn these stupid comics into a full 20-minute anime? And it says, oh, they're doomed this season. There's no way. And it cuts to one of the villains with a fidget spinner on his head.
Is that that image that's been going around?
The fidget spinner. Okay. And then 15 minutes ends, cuts. Goes back to the beginning. But here's the difference now. For the first run, those 2 little girls were voiced by big buff men, and for the second half, which does everything again, they've redubbed it with actual girls this time. So, like, what? It's so good.
It sounds really bizarre.
I almost want to show you just because you have extra no context. It's so interesting. And also it's getting dubbed.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Is it going to be dubbed once or twice? And I really want them to dub it with both, like, Chris Sabat and all the manly men doing it, and then with, like, the girls doing it. I want them to dub it twice.
Okay.
It'll be interesting. The other animes that I'm watching is there's one about a girl who just says, like, she wakes up one morning and realizes she's in the second year of high school and hasn't done anything with her life, so she cries. She finds $1 million on the subway, and it finds out it's from a girl in her school who dropped it, and so then she gives it back, and the girl's like, yo, let's go to Antarctica. And then they steal a boat, and they're going to Antarctica. And it's actually really good. It's called A Place Further Than the Universe, a story that leads to Antarctica. And it's actually really good. That's all I'm going to say about it. Actually, I don't know if they steal a boat yet. It ends with them looking at the boat, and then one of the girls doing, like, the kitty smile, like the sideways 3, and then I think she's going to steal the boat.
Okay.
Which just makes sense. And then there's a camping anime. It's an anime about camping. It's literally just, this is how people camp. Isn't it cute? Yeah, it's just camping. And I honestly feel it's a ploy by the Japanese government to get the nerds out of their house.
Huh.
I feel like it. It's cute.
I could see it.
But it's like, it's literally a tutorial on how to camp. It's like, when you're going camping, here's how you can make a fire. And it shows, cute character picking up pine cones for kindling, and it's like, and it gives you tips on camping, and I'm like, wow, that's smart. And then finally there's a season of a show I watched when I was a kid. It got a new season now.
Okay.
Card Captors used to air on Teletoon for us. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't watch it. like when I was a kid, it was on TV, and now it's a new season it's getting. And it's like, what? That's crazy. So I'm going to watch that pretty soon. It was actually between Dragon Ball and Card Captors, 2 shows from the 90s, getting new episodes last night. Every anime website crashed.
Oh, really?
Funimation, Crunchyroll, all the illegal ones. Because literally, it's like these popular shows from the 90s, the most popular show for boys and the most popular show for girls, getting a new episode of their shows was enough to kill the websites. That's how big it was.
Wow.
So, yeah. Alright. That's about all I've watched. What?
Should we, like, break it?
Sure.
And then, like, take a break, come back for the next 3?
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
This is our first podcast.
This is our first podcast. We can take a break. We'll play a bit of a musical interlude, maybe.
Yeah.
And then we'll, I don't know. Let's go grab drinks.
Be back with
the next 3 topics. Yep. Alright. See you guys in a sec.
Bye.
All right. Hello. We're back. That's where ads would go if we were popular enough to get ads, by the way.
Which we might be.
Which we might eventually in the future. Please, I was going to say subscribe. That's sports I have it. Please give us money, advertisers. I'll advertise everything, unless it's a mobile game. I get lots of ad requests to do mobile games, and I'm like, no.
Ew.
I don't, like that's where I draw the line. They're like, we'll give you $200 per every 100 views that you have this on. And I'm like, but it's a mobile game. And the worst part is they're like, just put it at the start of one of your Let's Plays. And I'm like, that's a terrible idea. To do a 3-minute pre-Let's Play of a mobile game? That's crap.
That is.
That's a bad idea. So, no, I've said no to many of those. But, hey, if you're like Pepsi, please sponsor us.
And we promise we'll get better.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, that's true. So, all right, second half of the show, we have 3 more topics to go through. We already sort of started talking about this, but...
this is like the main topic.
This is the main topic. The big kahuna.
Yeah.
What are our most excited for games of 2018? I know I did a little bit of this in my original 2017 retrospect. I only did 1, but that's fine. God, there's so many games coming out.
Do it like top 3? Or like...
Dude, I have more than 3.
Me too, but like, we don't want this to go on for too long,
That's
right?
true. Okay, so we'll do top 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, back and forth between us. Okay. And if one of us says one we're excited for, then we'll have to choose another one, which is fine, because I'm sure there's going to be some crossover.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Number 3.
Start.
Number 3?
You start.
I think it's going to be Spider-Man for the PS4.
Okay, that was not on my list, but that's... Hey, man. Spider-Man.
From playing the Amazing Spider-Man games, the movie license ones.
Yeah, they're better than the movies themselves.
Yes, they are. And I cannot wait for an actual, like, game company that's, like, experienced and all that to work on one of my favorite superheroes of a game for him. I just can't wait for it.
It's definitely telling that, I feel a lot of people immediately go, oh, it's a licensed game. But we're not saying that a licensed game can be good when made by a game company.
Yeah.
And that makes such a difference. And the big thing is, like, if you're going to make a game based on something, make a game first and then attach the what it's based on after, I say.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between a good Spider-Man game and a good game based on Spider-Man, Like, for instance, I'd say that Web of Shadows was a good Spider-Man game, but it wasn't a good game based on Spider-Man. Like, it was, like, in terms of the Spider-Man games, I'd say it's up there. In terms of games, it's not going on any of my top 10 lists for anything, you know? Because, you know, you lower the bar when it comes to licensed games a lot. And we're seeing a lot of that now with, like for example, Square Enix getting the Avengers property.
Has there been anything on that?
No, and I'm real excited to see what happens with that, you know? And so it's like, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be really interesting with all these big companies, including, you say a bit more, because I'm going to transition that into my number 3.
Spider-Man, I'm really excited to see the villains, because Spider-Man is just Rogue Gallery.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like one of the best rogue galleries, and I'm excited to see what like Green Goblin's going to look like, because we've already seen like
Negative Man,
and Kingpin.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's my phone.
Yeah, it's the. I'm very happy you hit the couch over there. I'm like, that is a metal table in the middle. If you hit that'd make a big sound.
Other than that, there's like I'm really excited for like the mechanics of the web swinging. That's like one thing you got to get like you got to nail.
You got to nail that.
Games.
Yeah.
Miles Morales, I'm looking forward to seeing like how he's going to play in the story. If he's going to be like, you play as him.
Do you think Peter's going to die?
They did say he's like a couple years into his like superhero.
Oh, Peter's going to die.
Yeah,
Peter's going to die, and you play as Miles for the rest of it.
I feel like it's going to be like they're going to do the Green Goblin thing where Green Goblin kills him and all that.
Okay, we haven't talked about this because there's no section for it. You saw the trailer for the Miles Morales movie, right?
You showed me before we saw.
Oh, it looks so good! Oh my god,
it does.
So I'm honestly, if they're gonna because that's Sony's working on that too.
Yes,
that's a Sony animated movie. So, hey, if they make it so that like Miles is a bit of the plot, and then it's like later on, it's like, hey, to coincide with the release of the movie, we're releasing a whole Miles Morales, DLC side story or something.
Cool.
That'd be neat.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to now that you like bring the movie up. I'm really looking forward to that too.
Yeah,
seeing how the Spider-Verse is going to like play out.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. Okay, so you done with that?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So speaking of games done by real game companies, Dragon Ball FighterZ.
That's your number 3?
I'm going to say it's my number 3.
Yeah, I would imagine that's number 2.
No, because okay, so like the reason it's a little lower is because honestly, like. Number 1, it's really close. It's not like I'm excited for it, but it's this difference of like games that are really far off.
For me, it's like God of War and Spider-Man could have like interchanged with each other, but I think I'm a little bit more excited for Spider-Man.
Fair enough. Like for me, I would definitely say like this one and Dissidia. Dissidia's not in my top 3, but it could have probably exchanged here because again, it's like fighting games made by big companies. Time made by.
I know what your number 1 is. I'm not sure about your number 2. Though.
Yeah, my number 2 is going to be interesting. But no, Fighter Z looks just oh my god, everything about it. It's like I'm watching this footage for it, and I'll just pause the game every now and then and be like, "This is a 3D game." And it looks 2D, and like, oh my god! And then the gameplay is amazing too. I mean, it's more simple than even Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in terms of just the basic game stuff.
You played the beta, right?
No, I never got in.
Okay.
It was a limited beta.
Isn't there an open one coming up?
There's a beta. So there's an open one coming up, but then for people who pre-ordered the game digitally, they get 1 extra day. Oh. I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition digitally.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted everything that was in that edition, but it was like to get it physically, then you have to get the figure, and the figure bumps it up a lot. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, yeah, no. So I got it digitally for the Ultimate Edition because that includes the music right from the show. And I'm like, that's a big deal for just more fighting game music for me. Mm-hmm. That's a big thing I want, especially really good ones. But no, it looks so good, and I got it. And it's funny because the people who are having the hardest time with it are Dragon Ball fans. Oh, because they're always like, why isn't there 150 characters in it? Why can't you play as Frieza Soldier number 2? Why is it like such a Street Fighter clone? And meanwhile, the entire fighting game community...
People think it's a Street Fighter clone?
Yeah.
It doesn't look anything like Street Fighter.
Dude, there's people who are like, the game is 2D and sprite-based. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, no, it's like, just go through scrub quotes. It's amazing.
Oh, yeah. The graphics stuff.
The graphics.
Xenoverse is a whole other discussion.
People like Xenoverse 2 looks better. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, well, because it looks 3D. Because video games should look 3D. And I'm like, and so literally the Dragon Ball fans, like, okay, I'm really over, kind of grouping about fighting. Dragon Ball video game fans are the ones who are like having the hardest time with it. But the general internet community, and especially the fighting game community, are like, that's pretty dope. To a point where the head guy for Evo, Mr. Wizard, put out a thing on Twitter saying, if we can get a guy who looks and sounds like the announcer from Dragon Ball, we will have him on stage commenting on the tournaments at Evo.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Like here, let me just show you what this guy looks like. You can Google it yourself. I'm just looking up Dragon Ball announcer. Right here. This guy.
Oh.
So, like, have this Albert Wesker-looking dude up on stage. He's like, wow, what an amazing tournament, So it's like, have him up on stage. That'd be super awesome. It's like, Mr. Wizard's down for that, So it's like, the whole community, everything that they're doing, it's gonna be good. I'm really looking forward to it. And just to play a new, like, Arxis fighter based on something that I actually care about. Because, honestly, Guilty Gear, I care about a little. BlazBlue, I really don't care about, And it's like, for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, it's like, yeah, I like Persona, and I kind of like Ruby, but it's like, I don't care about BlazBlue, and I have no idea what a Uni-L is. It's like, what even is an Under Night in Birth.exe latest? That's the name of the game.
The difference between me and you, like, one of the biggest difference in terms of video games is you love fighting games, and I'm more on the very casual side.
Oh, yeah, no. But I go in.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z looks really fun to play.
Yeah.
That's the thing I noticed the most. And just, like...
I
think I played for the hype more than the actual...
You should preface... You know nothing about Dragon Ball.
No.
And it was funny.
I know there's some balls and some dragons.
Because one day you came over and you're like, so what's this Dragon Ball about? And I'm like, boy, am I going to take you on a ride. And I just showed you the abridged series. And
you showed me the movie with...
Well, it was the abridged movie. That wasn't the official one. That was
What was his name? Oh, can't remember.
Was it the cooler one?
No.
Broly?
Broly,
yes.
Broly.
Broly. Yeah, I showed you the Broly abridged movie.
That was something.
Yeah, no, but like the abridged series is pretty much honestly like where most of my love for, like, I liked Dragon Ball as a kid when I could watch it, because literally it was on right at my bedtime as a kid, so it would be one of those things where all my friends were watching it, but because my bedtime was 8:30 and not 9 o'clock, I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
So it was right out of reach, but no, so like I watched it as a kid, but now like as an adult I watched the abridged series, and I'm like, this is really good, and then that got me into, then I watched a bit of the actual show, like I'm watching the new episodes that are coming out, but no, so just having it based on something that I enjoy is just so cool. So I'm really excited for it, and I'm going to play that beta.
Yeah, I'm probably going to play it with you for
yeah.
a bit, yeah?
Oh, yeah, because, it's a fighting game. It's the best part about fighting games is that you play with people on the couch next to you. Like, oh my god, that's the best part. It's such a lost art, it feels like. But, yeah, so then, like, the other one that would go in this slot is, like, Dissidia, because it's kind of the same thing, where it's like, because the difference is, the original Dissidia on the PSP was made by Square Enix themselves, who don't have much fighting game knowledge. They've made one before. It was called Air Guys, God Bless the Ring. It was bad. But then for this one, they brought in the guys behind the Muso games.
Okay. Who,
like, it was Tecmo Koei, and they do Dead or Alive. So they know, like, as much as people joke about Dead or Alive being a dead game, that's still a competent fighter. So they got them on to help with it. So, again, bringing in, good idea, plus this time with a good company. So I'm looking forward to that trend a lot. Okay. Number two for you.
I'm probably going to have to go with Persona 5 Dancing Star Night.
Oh, I forgot about that one for you. Okay, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's... Alright, a little background.
Just a bit.
I am the person that Tanner was talking about in his Game of the Year video that got me into Persona.
Yeah.
And I love Persona 5. It is one of my favorite games of all time now.
Right? Like, it's... Because, I don't have much to say other than like everyone, like the first Persona game everyone plays is like so special to them.
Yeah.
But like for it to be 5 is pretty cool because not many people have that, you know.
Because like I started when it came out.
Yeah.
And then as time progressed, I didn't play as much because other stuff came out. The Switch was out around the same time, so obviously that's my main attention focus. And throughout the year, I played it here and there, and sometimes like the times of the game lined up to the times of like real life.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
see, that was with me playing
that's why
Persona
it makes it more
4,
special for
and it's
me.
like, yeah, that was with Persona 4. That was it for me.
Yeah.
I had times where I'd play the game, and it's like, it's final exams in the game, and I'm like, guess what it is in real life? I should be studying. But yeah, no, so
because like all through 2017, it was like a really transformative year for me, and like just like evolving as with these characters to the very end.
Yeah.
To like, oh man, the finale of that game is just like incredible.
it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
But focusing back on the dancing game,
Yes.
holy shit! I watched that trailer almost like every night, and screw you for getting me into such like a dancing anime game as one of my most anticipated games.
Like as a couple of years ago, you wouldn't even look at that.
Because we were looking through our trophy lists.
Yeah,
and
right.
Like all through like the
Like all of my
before
games,
I met you.
Yeah, but like every single one of my games was Japanese, and every single one of your games was Western.
Yeah.
And there was a point where it's like you're starting to get quite a bit more Japanese.
Yeah, it's like this was still before I met you, but it's like, oh, there's like another like realm of video games that are like potentially better than the Western ones.
Potentially, yeah.
But like, aside from the game, the soundtrack, I'm going to be listening to that for like
forever.
Oh
yeah, no.
Because the Last Surprise remix, when it starts, it's just like I replay that part of the trailer over and over again. And I tried Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
Yeah.
Dancing All Night.
Yep.
And it's going to be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I know a lot of people have problems with the gameplay based on like music rhythm game perspective, but like honestly, who cares? Don't play it competitively. Play it for fun. You know, it's like, and especially because they're not doing a story mode, they're instead doing like little character skits.
Yeah, I think that'd be better.
Just to be better, to get some more
would it
time
be
with
like,
the characters.
Like this is the scenario that's happened before the dance. Type thing?
No,
like,
I think it's just when you level up a character, you get a skit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. Oh,
yeah.
You level up characters?
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be level up characters.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, just plays them enough and then you level them up. So
to see like Futaba and Yusuke dancing with
oh
each other.
man. So it's like, yeah, so no, that's gonna be good. Now, I'm gonna be getting both versions, both Persona 3 and Persona 5, because
I still need to play Persona 3.
yes, that's another thing I've been playing on stream. I've been finishing up Persona 3.
Yeah,
that game's hard. Have you bought it yet?
No.
Maybe play 4 instead.
Really?
Yeah, that I will say 3 is quite difficult.
I want to get the bundle with 3, 4, and 5.
Oh yeah,
and like I want to get the most out of those games.
Fair enough. Yeah. So all I would say is definitely don't be afraid to play 3 on easiest.
I played 5 on easy because I wanted to
I played through 5 on normal and had an easy time. I played through 4 on normal. I had an easy time. I'm playing 3 on easy. That game is quite like it's unforgiving. Okay. It's much closer to the original Shin Megami Tensei's where it's like, you know, joke's on you, you're dead.
As they say, you just gotta get good.
Well, okay, but the big problem is, like, you know, in like Persona 5, main character dies, it's game over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to target the main character.
Oh god.
So, okay, but back on track. I'm excited to get all those because I mean I just love the Persona games. So just more music soundtracks. Yeah, I
think it's why it's so high up on my list is because of the music.
Yeah,
because I love video game music.
Yeah, and Persona music's really good. So. Oh, man. And of course, there are going to be a lot of DLC tracks and stuff for it too, and okay. I'll be sure to pick all that up.
Like the outfits look really cool.
Yeah, no, and like because basically in like 4, you got every single outfit you could get in game in 4, you could use on the characters, and then there was more. Okay. So it's like you'll be able to just use all of them. And
there's a Makoto's outfit that
the Shadow the Hedgehog one.
Beat doesn't like very well.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah, the one with like the
zippers. It looks so good. Oh my god, what is wrong with him? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Beat. You're listening to this. Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, now you're number 2.
Okay,
so to hear this.
Okay, this one, it's a toss-up right now, because there's two games that could go in the slot, because they're very similar. Can I just put them both together, because they're kind of this similar game?
Like number 2 and number 1?
No, just both number 2, because they're both they're both very similar.
Sure.
Okay, Bloodstained and Indivisible.
Oh, okay.
Both of them are indie Metroidvania-like platformers, both by people who I know make awesome games. With Bloodstained, it looks like I played the demo for it, and it's literally, let's just make more Symphony of the Night, but it's going to get, that one is interesting because they're doing it Shovel Knight style, where they, because they got, on their Kickstarter, they got every single stretch goal.
Really?
Every one. Which includes, freaking 3 playable characters, a mode that makes it like a roguelike, so every time you go in it's different, you get different power-ups and it's randomized, a classic style 2D pixel throwback level, a mode that changes the game from a Metroidvania style go everywhere to a linear adventure game. So what they're doing is they're going to release the base game in 2018 and then continue rolling out Shovel Knight style major free update.
Every game nowadays, it's I like that model.
I love that
That's
model.
what they do with Splatoon 2. That's what they did with ARMS.
I know some people are like, oh, you're releasing an incomplete game. And I'm like...
Well, it's free. The stuff you get is free.
A, it's a free update. B, I'm already what's the problem with getting the game earlier and then you come back later and there's more stuff?
You're better at the game.
And you're better. Yeah, so it's for sure. So I love that style. And the fact that they're doing that for Bloodstained is awesome. I got the physical PS4 edition. The collector's edition, which comes with a soundtrack and an art book and all that stuff. But if they announce that you can switch it to a Switch version, I might change that one to a Switch version.
And this is Indivisible?
No, this is Bloodstained.
Oh, Bloodstained.
Yeah, you know the difference between them?
Indivisible is the
one by Skullgirls people, and it's the one with the hand drawn art.
An anteater.
Yes,
guy?
yeah. That's Rhodey. And then Bloodstained is the 3D one with the girl with the tattoo.
Yeah, the darker.
Yeah. So I might switch that one over to the Switch version because to have that on the Switch.
Confirmed for Switch?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was going to be on the Wii U, and then they're like, well, no. But so I might switch that one over if that one gets the option. And the other one being Indivisible, it's again, there's a demo out which you could play, and I was able to either choose between they actually made a PS4 beta where if you went on it, you can get updates to the beta on your PS4, which is kind of cool. But I forgot to switch over to the beta for the PS4, so I have it on the computer. But then I get the updates quicker. But so I'm playing through that, and it's more of an RPG style, but it's still a Metroidvania, and it's so cool. And that one I've ordered both a PS4 physical and Switch physical because I really wanted them to get one of the stretch goals. So I'm giving you a bit more,
Mm-hmm.
But just both these games. They're 2 indie games that I'm looking at, and I've been watching the progress on for a while, and I'm like, this is just so good. They feel they get what I want from a game, and I'm getting it, and they make me so happy. And honestly, I'm gonna probably get I'm getting them on pretty much 2 consoles, so it's
fair enough.
I'm just really excited.
I think I'm going to be doing that this year if it's confirmed. But we should talk about honorable mentions after.
Oh yeah. We won't give.
There's a few.
There's a number. All right. So yeah, that's my number 2 is both them because they're both kind of similar and they're both indie, so they're both kind of half games in some ways, and they're gonna get the updates sometimes. So yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1 for you.
I think we can both say this is a number 1.
Does it start with the letter M and end with Monster Hunter World?
Yes, it does.
Well, that was my number 1. So yeah.
It looks incredible.
Oh my god!
when it was announced E3 last year, right?
Yeah.
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 I don't have as much of a history as Monster Hunters with you.
You tried to get into, I think, 3? Or was it 4?
It was 4.
It was 4, right.
I think it was 4 Ultimate. And
yeah, because we only got 4 Ultimate.
I think I checked my 3DS play history and I had 50 hours in it.
Yeah.
So I did get into it a bit.
But that's for Monster Hunter, that's getting past the tutorial.
Okay.
It's oh my god.
You should talk on it since you know a lot more about it.
It's the stuff that they're doing to the game is such an evolution on the franchise, because a lot of it is like for instance, I was playing Generations, and it's like, even things like when you equip your armor, if you have 9 points of an armor skill, it doesn't activate. You need 10 points to activate it. Where in Monster Hunter World, it's like, hey, you put on that piece of equipment, that's 1 point of attack up. You get that 1 point. It's activated. Okay. You get all 3, you get a bigger boost. But if you put on 1, you still get a bonus. Mm-hmm. So, a lot of it comes down to simplification of stuff to make it better. And
people were thinking that the game was going to be dumbed down a lot.
Yeah, people were worried that too much simplification leads to stuff being too easy.
Yeah.
And, having everyone play the beta, they're like, nope, this is just Monster Hunter.
But better.
Yeah. So it's like, and I feel like there's some people who said they couldn't get into it on the 3DS and whatever. And you know what? Honestly, that's understandable. I remember the first time I played Monster Hunter, it took about 100 hours for me to get it. For me to understand how things worked, even recently, I never used barrel bombs until recently because I didn't get how to use them. And it's like, oh, the monster's asleep in that area? Go put down barrel bombs around him, do a level 3 greatsword slash through it, and you will destroy him, right? Yeah. So it's like, little things like that. And so for this game to really be opening it up to so many more people while at the same time just improving it for the general audience is going to be so good.
One of my friends, he's never played a Monster Hunter game before.
Yeah,
but I showed him Monster Hunter World, and he played the beta, and he loves it.
Who's that?
Damien.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So a lot of Monster Hunter was it was held back by the fact that from Monster Hunter 1 to Generations, it's been a PS2 game, pretty much. It's either literally. There's models in Generations that are from the PS2 games.
Yeah, you told me that.
It is, and it's very much building on the same thing over and over. So when people say, Monster Hunter World doesn't have as many monsters as Generations, why would I play it? And I'm like, because it's going to be better in every single way.
Dual sticks. And
oh my god, the dual sticks. I would never play Gunner on the 3DS because I have to use the nub. And I hate the nub. I really don't like the nub.
No.
At least on the regular DS, you could use the Circle Pad Pro. The little extra pad.
Ship.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel as good, right? But now I was playing as a gunner, and I'm like, oh my god, this feels so fun. Playing gunner is great. I'm probably gonna main gunner.
Able to just move the camera.
Yeah,
so much ease.
Yeah, so much ease. But then there's some small things with the customization where it's like, hey, do you prefer the controls of the old Monster Hunter games? Turn on the options and you can make it play exactly like the old ones with no new changes. Don't like the new camera system? Use the old one. There's 9 pages of options that you can go through, and it's it's so customizable and so user friendly. And just play Monster Hunter, guys. It's so good. Just trust me. It's so worth it.
Because this one's the one I'm going to get into.
This is the one that try this one.
Yeah.
And plus with the free updates where they said they're adding monsters with every update,
Devil Joe for the first
Devil
one.
Joe in the first one.
He looks so scary,
dude. Okay, here's the worst part about it. In previous Monster Hunter games, Devil Joe is like, oh god, he's here. Let's go to another area. Walk through a loading screen, you're safe. This
not
one,
anymore.
You are not safe. He goes after you, he will follow you. And in the trailer, you see him holding a Great Jagras in his mouth. And the Great Jagras is holding an Apanoth in its mouth. And he's whacking you with the both of them. And it's, oh god, Devil Joe. And guess what?
Is it its own quest thing?
No.
Or is it it's just in the game now?
I'm sure it'll both be, because Devil Joe always does get a quest where it's specifically hunt the Devil Joe, but Devil Joe is special in that it is literally a nomadic monster who can appear in any environment.
And that's in the new one too, right? Did they confirm that?
They haven't confirmed it, but I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
But it's if you're on a mission, there's a chance a Devil Joe will be there. You might see over back there. Do you see the one that the bird with the bird amiibo, bird Monster Hunter amiibo with the big red thing? That's called a Kurapeko. It's a monster that was in Monster Hunter 3 who could do a horn, and it would call monsters. When you fight the high rank Kurapeko, it can do a horn that calls a Devil Joe.
Oh god!
And when I was playing online with friends on the Wii U, this was before my consoles were always plugged into the internet to make sure they're going well. I was playing Monster Hunter on the Wii U. And I'm on this mission, and he starts doing the Devil Joe call, and all my friends in my Skype call were like, oh god, here it comes. And I'm like, guys, what? They're like, the Devil Joe. And I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden, I'm at the edge of the arena, and that was before monsters actually walk through the loading screens. They would just appear when they hit it.
Oh, okay.
I look, like, literally appeared in front of me is the Godzilla pickle himself. And I'm like, this is the scariest, worst thing ever. And all my friends were like, run away! And I'm like, I'm doing that! Then my internet cut out, and they all disappeared for both Skype and in the game. And there I was, stuck with a Devil Joe, and they were carrying me through the game, so I'm so underleveled, and I'm like, guys, I'm scared and alone. And so, like, that's my memory with the Devil Joe. It's a fun monster to fight, though, especially when it gets angry and shoots lightning.
It shoots lightning?
Yeah, it's just Godzilla. It can do Godzilla's atomic breath.
Oh god.
So yeah, I'm really hoping that they just keep up with like monster updates over and over. What's probably going to be the exact same as the 3DS games, where it's like you got monster updates and then collaboration armor quests.
Yeah,
you know,
they're putting Alloy from Horizon in.
Yeah, and
Mega Man.
Well, yeah, the Mega Man's just a Palico thing though, so it's just like a.
No, it's also the music thing too.
Oh yeah, with the weapons. If you get the music, you get the weapons. So yeah, no, it's like that's fun. So that's going to be really good.
Are there any other than those?
Universal Studios.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah, so there's Universal Studios, and there's going to be more because it's just it's Monster Hunter. They get a whole bunch. There's going to be a whole bunch of Capcom ones for sure, but then there'll probably be like they get Square Enix in a lot. We might get
Noctis.
I wouldn't think Noctis. I think they'll probably do like a
Noctis is in Tekken, so why not Monster Hunter?
Yeah, that's true. But no, it'll probably just be like get probably like Cloud's Buster Sword for the remake or something, for a great sword. They'll do something like that. You used to get armor for your cat, which was like the Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy, like the main character, Final Fantasy 1. He has like the horned helmet and stuff. Yeah. So, there'll be a lot of stuff like that. So I'm just looking forward to just it being just a whole bunch of stuff for a long time, And they already said, like, there is no G rank in the game, because how it works is you go through low rank, and then you go back to the beginning and you fight harder versions of all the monsters on high rank.
Yeah.
And then, on some games, you can then do a third one, which is the hardest versions of monsters on G rank. Mm-hmm. They confirmed there's no G rank, but they said, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but we can do DLC updates. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And so it's probably going to be like, play through the game on low rank, high rank, and then they'll be like, here's G rank,
Okay.
So
I feel like we could talk about this game for another half hour.
No, I don't even want to talk. Like, my number one was Monster Hunter. I had nothing else to change it out with, honestly,
When we first started talking about it, I was like, is it Persona 5 or Monster Hunter? And I'm like, it's got to be Monster Hunter for number one.
Well, the Persona dancing games weren't in my top 3, honestly. Right. No. Like, I'm excited for them, but I'm not, I'm not...
I feel like I'm so connected to those characters.
Yes, and yeah, for sure. I can see that for you.
Yeah.
But, no, for me, it's like there's just a whole bunch of, like, little indie games coming out, which I'm excited about.
Honorable mentions, what do you got? That's not, like, go in depth with them like we did with the other 3, but, like...
Okay, you know what? You do your honorable mentions. Let me just... I'm just gonna look up a Games of 2018 list to see here. You do yours that you know.
Alright, so, I already said it, but, like, God of War, it looks really, really good. I'm looking forward to, like... It's like a soft reboot type thing, but it's in, like, Norse mythology. Like, dragons, like... The world serpent, that thing's going to be crazy. I hope you get to fight that thing first before you actually, like, is on your side, because...
What is this?
The world serpent in God of War.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That looks pretty crazy.
Let's go over all the games that we're interested in from this list. So for January, Street Fighter comes out right away. I'm excited for that. Digimon for me. You like Kirby.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be Kirby and Monster Hunter.
Kirby Monster Hunter, so it's going to be...
Every other game.
Okay, so it's going to be Street Fighter 5, which is for free for me, which is nice, because it's an update.
Yeah.
Digimon, which I'm super excited for. Go watch my Let's Play. The first Cyber Sleuth, it's great. It's called Cyber Sleuth because literally you're solving crimes on the internet. It's pretty dope. Oh. Dragon Ball, Monster Hunter, Dissidia, we talked about all those. Okay, now for February.
For me, it's Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, I don't know. I already have it.
I haven't played it yet ever. Like, I haven't played it at all.
Yeah, then get in on that one.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, it's like,
I'm kind of really interested in Owlboy.
I've heard some people say Owlboy is super awesome, and I've heard some people say Owlboy is totally overrated.
Okay.
So I've heard both from people. So maybe wait for a review for that.
Okay. Bayonetta 1 and 2.
Oh my god, I'm so happy to rebuy those games.
Too, and I'm like I let you down that I didn't play.
No, it's fine. You returned it for the Switch versions. That's fine. That's fine by me.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play those. That's about it.
Okay, so for February for me, maybe I might get Under Night in Birth EXE latest, mostly because it's another fighting game, and those are good. Dynasty Warriors 9, that's the open world one.
Yeah.
And one? I might get it, because an open world Muso, I gotta try. That's gonna be different and weird. Yeah. So it's like, it's gonna be... Also, it still has like 80 playable characters, so...
Okay.
So it's, I mean, they're all just Chinese mythology, like not mythology, but Chinese historical characters, but there's still like 80 movesets there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, then we got Bayonetta 1 and 2.
Metal Gear Survive.
No. I still haven't beat.
Oh, we can have a huge
Metal Gear
discussion
Solid
about
5,
Metal Gear. That's
because
sure.
that biggest disappointment. Honestly, when I was thinking,
because you hated 5 and I loved 5.
See, because I play Metal Gear for the story, and there's no story in 5.
I can agree with that, but
the gameplay's unanimously awesome, but I play it for the story, and there was none.
Fair enough.
Okay.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah, March. DMC HD Collection. I'll probably pick that up. I hope I can pick the games individually, because then I'll just pick up 3, because that's the only one that I really want. Yakuza 6. I still have 0 and 1 to go through, but I'll probably pick that up at some point. That's about it for me for March, rather.
For me, probably the only game I'm have some interest in is A Way Out. Because it looks...
I just love the guy who went up on stage and was nuts. I want to support him.
Half reason why I want it.
Yeah, he's special.
But March is pretty tame. I could see... There's a rumor about Burnout Paradise Remastered.
Yes. Well, I mean, isn't it confirmed in Japan at least? Yeah.
For March. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the thing I was talking about, I'm going to get it on the PS4.
Yeah.
For the HD and be able to play it online with friends.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get it on Switch. There's a rumor it's coming to Switch too. I'm going to get that for the portability. Okay. Because it's one of my favorite games of all time.
April to June. There's only a couple. Much. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, I have to, because it's all those games I love to play, and just to have them on my there's a Switch version, but I'm nah.
You're not going to get it for Switch?
Not for the Switch. If I'm going to get a fighter, I'm going to get it on the system that I know will A, have players online, and B, then I'll, because I already have 5 and 4 on my PS4. So this way I will have literally every Street Fighter game on one console.
Oh yeah.
To have everyone on it, that's going to be cool. Okay, and then we have just some unscheduled releases here. Okay, so BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. I'm down for that. It's kind of weird that there's Persona characters in a game with Ruby characters in a game with BlazBlue characters. That's weird, but hey, I'll take it.
You've got Bloodstained there.
Oh, yeah, I talked about Bloodstained earlier.
So Days Gone, I'm kind of looking forward to. It's one of those third person over the shoulder Sony games
with zombies. Oh boy.
But I still have some slight interest in it. Seeing if there's that one gimmick in it that makes it special.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
How about Detroit Become Human?
Hey, we will not talk about David Cage on this podcast.
Okay.
And his lies about the game. Where in one interview, it's it's actually a metaphor for racism. And then in another interview, he's like, no, there's no real world consequences. It's just about androids. Racism? Nah, he lies to everyone. He's a big lieman.
Donut County that was announced.
Donut County looks fun.
Is it on the Switch?
Nope, PS4.
Oh, okay. Still, I might get it.
Yeah, no, that looks fun.
Looks like
if it's gonna be a little cheap thing, yeah, I'm down for that.
Dreams. I have some sleep. I'm such a big Little Big Planet fan.
Yeah, and the fact that Sackboy is in it is kind of cool.
Yeah.
The fact that
it's pretty much the Little Big Planet editor on
crack
steroids.
Yeah, because it's just like you. They're like, you can do everything, and I'm like, but that doesn't tell me enough.
I feel like I'm going to get it just to play what people create.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a little too much to create in.
Yeah.
I like how Final Fantasy 15's on this list.
I saw that and I'm like, what?
And I'm like, what? Then I saw Windows and I'm like, okay.
You gonna get it on PC?
You need 150 gigabytes to do it. No. I have nothing in this house that will run it on a PC. It can barely run on my PS4.
It looks good enough on the PS4 Pro though.
Yeah. Freedom Planet 2. The best not Sonic game. I love Freedom Planet 1. I'm down for that.
We already talked about God of War. Jurassic World?
Is that the park building one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm kind of interested in that.
Because I was super into Zoo Tycoon as a kid.
Yeah, I love Zoo Tycoon. I love Roller Coaster Tycoon. If it's like that, I might be super down for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I like how Kingdom Hearts 3 is on this list, even though I honestly feel like there's absolutely no chance of it coming out in 2018. But if it does, boy, geez, that's going to be a good one. But for the entire sake of I doubt it's coming out this year, I'm not going to put it on any of my lists.
About Kirby Star Allies.
That's for sure coming out this year.
What are you looking more forward to, Kirby Star Allies or the Yoshi game?
Oh, Kirby. I've never been into the Yoshi games.
Really?
Never. No.
Oh.
Like, I have no attachment to any Yoshi game.
Really?
No. Like,
Yoshi's story for me, it's like...
Like, I enjoy them, but I have no, like, huge love of them. I never played much of them at all.
With Kirby, it just seems like it's the same game over and over. With like
what?
But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Epic Yarn. I love Epic Yarn. Everyone hates it. Like a lot of people.
Well, I don't think people hate it. It's just it did do things a little differently, but
and then there's
like Robobot is awesome. Oh my god, Robobot's ending is still so good.
I'm like, oh, I gotta get that.
Yeah, that's a great game.
Mega Man 11. If it's not on here,
it is. Yeah, it is.
Not 11, but like the Legacy Collection and the X Collection for Switch.
Oh yeah. Oh god, X Collection's gonna be so good.
Because when Legacy Collection 2 came out, I'm like, wouldn't it be awesome if they put the first and the second one on Switch? I was like, when they did announce the second one for the Switch, I'm like, they're gonna put them both on the Switch together. Yeah. And people were like, no, they haven't confirmed anything. And I'm like, no, they did. So yeah, I'm looking forward to those games.
And Mega Man 11 is
16 of them.
Yeah. Was 16?
Oh, I was just a random number.
Dude, it's literally 11 classic games and then 9 X games. No, 8. Right, because 9.
So 19.
19 games, yep.
Okay.
Let's have fun with that.
I will.
I mean, they're all great games, but yeah, wow. What else do we got? Oh my god, Shenmue 3. That's coming out this year.
Project Octopath Traveler.
Oh, right,
Did
yeah.
you play the demo?
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
It's just Final Fantasy.
It's really good.
It's just, like, it's, I mean, yeah, no, that's not a bad thing. Yeah, but it's like, it's just
fun. You think it's going to keep that name?
No, God, no.
No.
It has Project in the name. Like, come on. It's probably going to end up being, like, they're probably keeping it a secret, but it's going to be, like, Bravely Third or something. It's probably, because it is by the Bravely Default team.
Did you see that tease about the...
Yeah, the Bravely Default. I don't think they're going to port it. I think it's a sequel. Oh. I think Project Octopath Traveler is a sequel to the Bravely Default games.
So a quick mention, Overkill is The Walking Dead. I'm a big Walking Dead fan.
Okay.
And I'm going to looking forward to that, even though I know nothing about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm looking forward to that.
I was going to say, you probably are. I ain't. I hate
it's not on my top
cowboy
3.
stuff, but...
It's been replaced by anime games.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, Shenmue 3. Like... It's weird to think. Okay, so like literally the only reason Shenmue is big and important is because it was the highest budgeted video game of all time when it first came out. Mm-hmm. It was like, let's just see here. What was it? Shenmue. It was like millions of dollars back then. Yeah.
Oh my god.
70 million US dollars. So like, they're weird games. It's like literally. You just are a guy looking for the killer of your father, and you're in, like, small-town Japan, and it's like, you can just go into every store, talk to everyone, do stuff, and it's like, it's a weird series, and especially the first one was like, you have to be at the docks at 4 o'clock. You have to wait till 4 o'clock, so go do something till 4 o'clock. So it's like, it's weird, and so it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, Soul Calibur 6. That's going to be good.
Yeah, I played 4. a while back.
Yeah.
This one with Darth Vader, right?
Yep, yeah. 5 was the one with Ezio. So, no, I'm looking forward to it. I just, looking at the number of characters, though, I'm like, I sure hope there's more, because on the character select screen...
it just got announced.
Yeah, but they showed a character select screen for it, and it showed blank spots for characters, and it looks less than 5.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I really hope that they do some stuff to make it like every character's super different, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where that goes.
Anything else? The Yoshi game.
Oh, yeah, Yoshi.
I think it's going to be Woolly World, too.
Yeah, well, we already seen that it looks like that. So, Fire Emblem on the Switch, that's going to be great. Ace Attorney game for the Switch, they confirmed that. That's going to be fun. Wargroove, I'm excited for. That's just a new Advance Wars. There's a lot of... Oh, right, Travis Strikes Back, No More Heroes.
Oh, yeah,
That's going to be great.
I haven't played the first 2, but... I'm really looking forward to this.
You don't need to know much about them, but the fact that it's all based off of indie games is going to be super cool. Like, just play a whole level based off of Hotline Miami or Danganronpa, and it's like, that's going to be dope. So, no, there's a lot of good games for 2018.
And it's all, like, no Nintendo games yet.
Yeah, because they haven't been announced yet, because there might be a Nintendo Direct. Oh. So yeah, I actually wake up every single morning and I check the Nintendo of America Twitter, because I'm like, they gotta announce it soon.
I don't check the Twitter, I just check my top Twitter.
Oh yeah, no, I go to their Twitter. Actually today I saw one someone retweeted an announcement for it, but it was by Ninrendo of America. I'm like, dang it. But
what do you want from this Direct?
Okay.
If it is happening.
It is. Because remember,
there was that tease to Nintendo.
No, there wasn't even the tease. There was the leaked emails from EA that said...
new
games on Amazon.
Yeah.
So all the evidence is mounting towards it is real, and I think
it was the thing with the EB Games leak with the Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
That was taken down really quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's going to be announced during the Direct. But they announced it a couple days ago.
Oh, okay.
So it's maybe just because of the leak.
Yeah, it could be. I feel like it's going to be one of those things where, because it's scheduled for the 11th according to all the leaks, and I think it's going to be on the 10th, it's going to be Tune In tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what they like to do.
Or they usually like to do it a week in advance.
A week? Well, it is a week now. Yeah, now it would take us to the 14th.
Oh, okay. So, it wasn't during the 11th?
That's the 11th. It's the 7th today. A week would be the 14th.
Oh, yeah.
So, it would have, it's going to be now.
It's probably going to be a Monday.
Yeah, we'll see. But, I hope this is up by then. Oh, can you imagine how embarrassing it would be if they announced it by the time this is up?
That always happens with podcasts.
That's true. Okay, so games I really want. So, we talked about, I really want to see the new Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Because I'm down for a new Fire Emblem on a system that would actually make it look good. I really want to see... I do really want to see what Metroid Prime 4 looks like.
You think we're... Alright, first, do you think that's coming this year?
No. But I feel like we're getting footage this year. I feel like we're going to get at least...
early footage.
At least early footage and, for sure, a cinematic trailer. I feel like it just makes sense, But I really want to see what it looks like, and I want to see who it's by. There's rumors that it's going to be by Namco Bandai.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, the people wanted it... what's that? The people who made Donkey Kong?
Retro. Well, yeah, they made 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So but the Retro already said they're not doing it.
Huh.
So it's going to be interesting to see who they're collaborating with.
I hope it's not too different though.
You know what? I'd be fine with them doing something a little it's still
has to be first person.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing. It's going to be first person. That's what makes Prime. Yeah. But I'd be fine with them doing something a little bit different. Maybe give Samus some more melee moves,
Yeah,
because
they already started.
That in Samus Returns,
which is an amazing mechanic.
Honestly, what if they give Samus a sword? Be honest. Okay, when I say sword, I mean melee weapons.
Still,
I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really cool.
Like that.
I'd be so down. I'd be down. I don't know. I want them to do something a little bit crazy. Interesting. Do you know the ending of 3?
I played it a long time ago.
Okay, so if you get the 100% ending of 3, there is a sequel hook. It's the ship of Psylux from Metroid Prime Hunters, the blue guy.
Okay.
And if you remember, it was in Federation Force, he stole a Metroid from the Federation.
Yes.
So it's probably going to be recover the last Metroid clone as Samus, or something like that.
Okay.
So it's and you're fighting Sylux, another hunter. So it's probably going to be. What if they had multiplayer again? That'd be really dope. Oh. I feel like on the Switch that'd go over really well. I mean, you have Splatoon as a kind of a basis for what a multiplayer shooter would be like.
That would be actually really fun.
I'd be super down with them announcing.
Not like weapon wise, but like mechanically, like Quake maybe.
Well, that's what Metro Prime Hunters DS was,
yeah.
So it's like I really want that because I played a lot of hours of Hunters multiplayer with my friends, and if hey, you brought back Samus and Sylux, bring back the Hunters from the Hunters DS who are awesome, bring back the Hunters from Metroid 3, and you got a cast of like really diverse, cool characters, So I feel like there's a lot they can do with that. That'll be just really fun. Of course, that's separate, but
Quick aside, do you think they're going to release the original trilogy on Switch to like hype up for?
I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
I'd love that.
I could see them doing it.
Because the Joy-Con has the motion control.
But here's the thing: the actual like programming for the original GameCube game and the Wii versions are different.
Oh, okay.
So
it'd be like a GameCube controller.
So I think they'd probably do. Honestly, I think it would probably have to be the motion controlled version because to get 3 in there, you need the motion controls.
Oh yeah, you do.
So it would need to be like use the Joy-Cons for that. So it'd be. I feel like they will. Okay, big one, Virtual Console. So
I was listening. Did you listen to Game Explain's discussion about the Virtual Console?
No, but did you see the leak? The leak of version 5.0 for the Switch?
That's fake.
That's fake?
I don't believe that at all.
Why?
Because the apps for the video streams, they're not even at all.
Okay.
So, like...
Okay.
I don't believe it. If it's true...
Fair enough. Oh, if it's true, oh my god,
but,
yeah.
Again, like, someone said, like, this is way too good to be true, because there's just too much...
That'd be a lot,
things. Yeah.
But no, I do want some form of Virtual Console. And
I feel like it's not going to be what Game Explain said. I don't know who said it. I don't think it's going to be called Virtual Console because I think that was a Wii thing, and I think they're going to be like more like they're going to name it something different.
I could see, yeah.
Have it like release the games differently, kind of.
Maybe. I just because they have that thing where it's like we're going to release a Netflix style thing with like the NES games and the Super Nintendo games, right?
I'm kind of on the fence about that.
Well, like okay, so if that is the only Virtual Console, I won't be happy. If that is in addition to a normal library of games from all the other consoles, on it, then yeah, like I want that. But for now, it's like I really just like pretty much I want to be able to buy old school games and play it on my Switch everywhere.
Yeah, me too.
I just want to be able to buy, say Mario 64.
Because before the Switch came out, I'm like, I want this Switch to be like the ultimate Nintendo console. I want like all the games on it, like just to play it on there. Like it's portable, it's console. It's like I just want everything on this damn thing.
Yeah. No, so it's
I'm one of those Switch. Port beggars.
No, well, like I used to be like I don't want to Switch port bag, but then I'm like I really want everything on the Switch, And there's a lot of them where I'm like, because the one that really gets me is where Square Enix is like, we're gonna look into porting games that have never been on a Nintendo console to Switch, and I'm like, that sounds like a really good idea, So it's like I want every game company to be like, hey, you've never got these games, here you go, all on the Switch, and it's like. Yes, because it's like the fact that it is such a versatile console of both a console and a handheld. It's like I want every game on it.
Yeah.
Like if they announced, we're gonna bring it to PS4, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like on the Switch, it's like it's super cool because of the fact that
it's portable.
It's portable. You can play it anywhere. So it's like definitely.
There's a problem with Switch tax, but like it's portable, right? Like
no, like for sure. So I'm looking forward to whatever games get announced for it, for even just ports.
Yeah.
So...
Besides Virtual Console, I want Animal Crossing for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
That...
No, Pocket Camp started to... gave me... It didn't scratch the itch, but it started to acknowledge the itch,
Yeah.
It started to
feel like
moisturize the itch.
They've taken so much time from New Leaf.
Yeah.
Not regarding Happy Home Designer. Because, like...
No, that was a cash grab in Japan, pretty much. Because they knew they'd get money on the cards, which they did.
They have, like, just a bundle of ideas now.
Yeah.
They're going to put on the Switch version. And that's the portability and, like, the console. It's going to do something really cool in terms of online.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like there's a lot there that they can do that will be super cool, you know? Like, I just really hope, though, that they bring back the villagers that actually can get mad at you.
Oh, yeah.
Because, man, it feels like in New Leaf, you could set someone's home on fire, and they'd be like, hey, am I still down for coming over to your house at 4 o'clock? It's like
and then there's Wild World, where, like, you can piss them off.
Oh, my God. Or because you never played the GameCube game, right?
No.
They start hating you, and you have to work to get them to like you. And they will say very mean things about you. So it's like, I really hope that they don't... Because I feel like they did for New Leaf. As much as I enjoyed New Leaf, there's a lot of things in it that did feel like it dumbed down a bit for the more casual audience. And I really hope that going forward...
But I feel like that was a benefit in terms of the actual game. It's such a casual game.
I could see that.
The quality of life stuff was like amazing.
Oh, the quality, for sure.
Game, and it's only going to get better in the Switch.
But I just hope sort of like how they went, like sort of the design philosophy around like the Wii and the Wii U was very casualization of stuff.
Yeah.
Like look at Mario Galaxy, right? Like it's deep, but in terms of the overall, everything about it, it was kind of casualized a bit,
Yeah.
Or like 3D World, for example. Like that was really casualized. Like it was a good game, but they really went for it with casual audiences in mind, first and foremost. Versus look at, say, Breath of the Wild and Odyssey. Even though it's completely accessible to casuals, there's so much depth to it and so much just stuff in it for the main core audience.
Because with Odyssey, there's like those like different movement methods, for speedrunners and all that kind of stuff.
So I really hope that like they take that idea of philosophy and use it also for Animal Crossing, which sounds a bit weird, but what I mean is like
so do you think like
really working towards what I would really like is actual dialogue trees with the NPCs. For instance, where it's like when you talk to them, you talk to them, and it's not you click on them and it's either an option of talk to me or no. Yeah. Like I want back to the GameCube where there's 4 options between talk to me, give me something to do, or there's one more and it's like do you want something or something like that. So it's like I really want more. I mean, this is weird to say, but difficulty in my Animal Crossing. I want there to be more stuff to work towards.
They could integrate what they have in Pocket Camp, like the levels between animals.
Yeah, no, I think the levels is a good idea. Even if they don't sort of visually show it as much, I feel like it is kind of weird where it's like you talk to someone and it's like, whoop, this is how much they love you now.
Yeah.
Just like hide that a little bit.
It could be like they talk to you longer.
Yeah, something. Yeah, for sure. So I feel like
reveal more.
I feel like
do you think it's going to be like it's going to go in the direction of like how Zelda or Breath of the Wild changed Zelda so much, or is it going to be like goes down the Odyssey path where it like adds more, changes stuff up?
But it's still it's still the core. I think it's going to be Odyssey for sure. There's like unless they add platforming to it, where it's like, and they could imagine, if your town has hills or mountains to climb or something, and you can go, different ways around places. There's not much
movement, like random thought, like movement, like Hat in Time.
Yeah, something like something like that, where it's like, hey, if there's a cliff in front of you, instead of having to walk all the way around, it's like you can, hey, put in a stamina bar. Maybe you can use extra stamina to sprint extra fast if you need to get somewhere, or climb up something. Maybe climb a tree. Maybe there's stuff on bigger trees. So there's some stuff they can do to change up the formula, but at its core, it's still going to be Animal Crossing.
Do you think they're going to add a city, or like a whole like not like the town in at New Leaf, but like a city, like City Folk?
I don't think so.
No, it's going to like.
I think that was a one-off gimmick, pretty much.
I think they're going to do like a big town, like a big like village.
I think
the town part where you shop and stuff.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be.
Game,
yeah, I think it's going to be just one huge village with. I think it's going to be like all like in the GameCube one, where all of your amenities will be in your town, and you'll just have to go to them.
Yeah.
So.
But like maybe like it's so big you have to take a car. Or like
okay.
A taxi.
I don't know about that. I think that's going a little far. Maybe
you could drive the taxi.
Oh, maybe
run over animals. and then they hate you.
There's a we're just speculating out our butts here, but there's a lot we can do. We want Animal Crossing pretty much.
Yes.
I guess we can just run through a couple final ones that we kind of want. I mean, hey, apparently Miyamoto said Pikmin 4 was done years ago. Where is it?
Yeah,
it's like we're just waiting on it, So it's gonna be just to see when it comes out. Like that's a game that we know exists. It's probably got to get totally reworked for the Switch though.
F-Zero maybe not this direct, but like I could see it happening for the Switch.
I feel like that's the way to go because we got the port of Mario Kart. And they're like, okay, that can satisfy the more casual audience. And now it's like, okay, Switch bringing in a lot of those hardcore gamers. They want, Wipeout style hardcore racing game, so I could definitely see an F-Zero.
Was there anything else like rumored for the Direct?
I don't know. We could look. Let's take a quick
just
look.
Quickly.
Yeah, in the meantime, talk about other stuff that you want to talk about.
As in the Direct?
Whatever.
Pokemon.
Okay.
I think we shouldn't talk too much about this. I think we can go down the rabbit hole.
All I'm going to say is with Pokemon, I hope that it is a real console experience, but not one that apparently, in the rumors, changes the way the game works. Like, changes the gameplay. I feel like that is how you ruin the franchise. By adding in a dodge button. Like, no.
I feel like we can talk about that next time. I can talk about this Zelda Link's Awakening remake for an hour, so I'm not going to go too deep in that, but like...
Whoa! Oh, why? Okay, so I go to N4G and there's 2 articles about Mario's nipples. I hate this. Let's see here. 5 days ago, here we go. Grand Theft Auto 5. There's
rumors
way.
that Red Dead and GTA 5 are coming.
Luigi's Mansion 3? I could see that.
I feel like it's... But, oh my god, we can talk about this for hours here.
But we'll just go through it and say yes or no. Metroid Prime 4 trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Star Fox Zero re-release?
No, and do not want.
I could see that.
Okay, then I just don't want.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions port? Yes. That game is just a Persona game. It literally is Persona.
Talking about Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem Switch theme is family, takes place over 3 generations. Yep, that 100% sounds like something that would be done, for sure. Fallout 4 port? No.
Wonderful 101 port?
I want that.
Me too.
And it was hinted at in the artwork of the Wonderful 101 characters playing the Switch.
Oh.
So it's like, after the Bayonetta one... Bayonetta 3 trailer shown. Bayonetta going up against another witch. Not much sadder than the fact that her outfit is purple. Okay. Mario Sports, a strange compilation. Mario Sports titles by different game companies. That's a bit weird, but that sounds like something Nintendo would do.
Yes.
Right?
I hope it's not Sports Superstars on the 3DS, though.
Yeah, no. Okay, what else we got?
Hollow Knight
and FE. Well, FE is confirmed.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight, I think, is also confirmed.
Yeah.
Yoshi called A Tale of Two Nitties.
Oh, that reminds me of the Garfield movie.
But that sounds like a Nintendo thing.
Yeah.
Kirby releases March 2nd.
Switch anniversary.
Fire Emblem Direct in April. I think Fire Emblem's enough to get another Direct for sure.
Mario Maker
in development will permanently replace traditional 2D Mario games.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I feel like 2D Mario's done after Maker.
Xenoblade Chronicles X and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze ports. Those make sense. I could see them. Pikmin 4 is coming. Talk about E3. Significant, smaller. Think original Pikmin, eShop only. Huh, yeah, we'll see.
Maybe.
Pokemon and Online. Is that the name of it? Why is it golden? Xenoverse Chronicles 2 DLC is an alternate universe story mode where Shulk became the god and is a mini-campaign where you take him down.
Okay, that seems a bit too, far-fetched.
You haven't played the original Xenoblade, have you?
I played it, but I haven't finished it. I didn't get past the first village.
Okay. All I'm going to say is, that is not unheard of. Dude, Xenoblade Chronicles ending is pretty crazy. Every Mighty Switch Force game, I mean, it's the Switch...
Yeah.
Duh. Hotline Miami Collection.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Ruiner, no thanks.
Ruiner looks like an evolution of Hotline Miami. I love it.
No More Heroes Travis Strikes Back, Strikes Again trailer. Shantae and Snipper Clippers. A Snipper Clips level in No More Heroes would be weird but awesome. All first-party titles from Game Boy to Game Boy Advance will be in the Switch Virtual Console library. Mother 3 excluded in big capital letters. South Park games coming to Switch, bundled like Bayonetta 1 and 2. Maybe. I can see that. That makes sense.
Third-party support's going to be hitting hard this
Wolfenstein 2, well, that's confirmed already.
Yeah.
Direct ends with an Animal Crossing teaser. Oh, that'd be cool.
Freak out.
Switch Virtual Console not being like how it works. Metroid Prime 4 will have some presents. Pokemon for Switch. New Wario headed to 3DS.
Like WarioWare or Wario?
No, I think that's Wario Land type.
Okay.
Hearthstone, that makes sense.
Yep,
Injustice
cool.
2. Dragon Ball FighterZ. Call of Duty. Wow, these all suck.
Yuck,
I would not get Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Switch.
Really?
No way. Why would I don't want to get fighting games on the Switch, honestly.
Fair enough.
Undertale for Switch, that is probably going to happen eventually. Mother 3 has a realistic chance of releasing it. My God, I'm going to be in my 40s and seeing Mother 3 rumors. Dragon Quest 11, well, that's confirmed for the Switch already.
And Animal Crossing to release next year.
Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff that could happen, pretty much. There's a lot there that could happen.
We could talk about that.
We could talk about that forever. So I think we should start wrapping up now. So, What are we doing this week? What do we have in our week ahead aside from hopefully the Nintendo Direct?
You start.
Okay, so I'm still job searching.
By the way, we're done video game talk.
Yeah.
You wanna
well, that's fine. People can listen still. Don't tell them that. I'm gonna click off. Life is video games, my dude. But no, so it's like, I'm job searching, so I'm going to be sending out job applications because I need money to buy video games. See, it's still LinkedIn.
Fair enough.
I really do want to watch the Nintendo Direct in the week, and I'm hoping the new Kamen Rider game gets shipped here so I could play that, because I really am looking forward to the Kamen Rider fighting game, so it's going to be fun. And it is in English, which is crazy, so that's going to be fun. I'm happy games are getting Asian English releases. And other than that, putting out more YouTube videos, because that's my only way of getting money at this time. And streaming. I'll be doing streaming over on my channel, Goodbye 18,000, on Twitch, which I'm now a Twitch affiliate, so I get money for that, which is cool. Please follow me on there. Please subscribe to me on there. I get like $5 per free subscription. Yeah, $5 per subscription, so it's pretty dope.
Decent.
So yeah, that's about it for me. Not much, but,
For me... desperately trying to get some more work hours since I did take this semester off to work, get some money in my bank.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, Nintendo Direct, obviously.
God, I hope it's real.
Which it's got to be.
Well, yeah, that's true. I keep saying, God, I hope it is, and then I keep remembering those leaked EA emails were super real that said there's a Nintendo Direct coming.
And
so
also
it's like
the point where it's like, what's next for Nintendo?
Yeah, it's
like you only know about Kirby and Yoshi, right?
I'm looking right now. If they have announced it during this,
I feel like you get a message though.
Would I?
Like a notification.
Why would I get a notification?
Do you follow them on Twitter?
I do.
Like Bell?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Okay, let me do that quickly while you keep talking about your week.
I want to get Breath of the Wild done and move on to a new game that I can hopefully finish before Monster Hunter comes out. Since this month's pretty barren for me in terms of games. Besides that, it's nothing too interesting.
No, it's a bit of a more normal. Oh, and I guess we should say right after this we're going to be we're starting our watch through of every Marvel movie leading up to every MCU movie. If we have time, we'll watch Howard the Duck. I just really want to watch Howard. I love that movie. So it's bad, but I love it. So we're gonna start with Iron Man today.
Yeah,
and so that's gonna be fun.
Every Sunday until Infinity War.
Yep.
We
Sounds good.
might have to watch 2 before Infinity War or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
In terms of if
we have to speed it up, but
yeah,
we'll see. All right. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
So
first ever podcast.
I think it went pretty spanky. And you know what? Actually, what we should probably do is if you have any questions for us, feel free to leave them in the comments or send them to our Twitters, that being at TenorLPer for me and at
Age 1000 for me.
There you go. Like age is in someone's age.
Yes.
So yeah, send those over and we can answer them next week if you want. But yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I think.
Thank you all for listening, and we'll play us out to SherbertLand. There we go. That's her name. And we'll play it out to a song. Whatever song I pick in post. Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.
Ciao.